They pushed the door open and walked into a messy living room where a painful scream echoed. Joaquin winced as he saw another him on the ground, back against the wall, all bloodied up. Beside him was a knife. A portrait of the Scarlet King hung above the body, staring down at them menacingly. 999 gurgled fearfully and hid behind Bright.
The Scarlet King.
Engaging orbital
That's the
thrusting.
thing controlling the house. It just keeps on watching me.
Bright and company left the room the same way they came in.
Synchronized.
The living room disintegrated behind them in a flash of blinding white light. And with that part of Joaquin's memory was purged. They were now in what appears to be a kitchen. Joaquin let out a scream when he realized their location.
This is what you see after 017 swallowed you?
No, there is nothing in that void. Just me, floating in endlessness with my memories.
Here?
Plus, 017 left me
What about
on
here?
the floor. I scream because I remembered
What about here?
this place. This kitchen is where I'm forced to eat.
To eat?
You'll see.
Another Joaquin sat nervously at the far end of a long table, with a portrait of the Scarlet King hung on the wall behind him. Before him sat plates and plates of chicken tenders. With ravenous desperation, he devoured the meal, as if driven mad by his insatiable hunger. However, the chicken tenders suddenly turned into human hands. Joaquin sat there crying, with his mouth stuffed to the brim.
This is the part where I usually wake up screaming. The next room, I don't want to go.
999 gurgled nervously, as if agreeing with Joaquin.
Joaquin, for this to work, we need to go through the entire thing. We'll get through this together. If we don't, it'll only continue to haunt you until you finally go insane.
Next, the library. Just like before, the kitchen was erased in a white flash. The library was on fire. They saw yet another Joaquin, kneeling in the middle of the room, cradling his head, shaking and crying. The daunting portrait of the Scarlet King gleamed on the wall over him as an ever-watchful presence.
What's happening here?
Joaquin didn't answer, looking away from his kneeling self.
No more.
Suddenly, multiple spikes shot out from the ground, impaling the kneeling Joaquin. However, as if relenting, the spikes gradually retracted as they morphed back into the ground. Joaquin's gaping wounds then began to heal in agonizing slowness.
Please. End my visit.
After a moment, the spikes impaled him again, and he was healed once more. It was an unending cycle of agony and fleeting relief. Joaquin could not bear to look.
What are these visions we're seeing?
It showed me things from my time as a soldier. I was tortured, but they kept me alive and forced me to eat what was left of my gruesome bones. I starved to death. These are the extreme versions. Hell is repetition. Isn't that what they say?
This is only a dream. You'll be okay.
When it keeps happening every time you close your eyes, trust me, it becomes your reality. I don't know how long I was here.
You man!
It felt like years.
Found something!
It was unbearable. That's why I cast the shadow in that cell.
You what?
You wanted everything to end.
Rare
No
sample
more
acquired.
nightmares. No more hell. I thought 017 could do it. Thought I was finally real. But it simply spat. It refused me. Said I was marked by something else. But no longer. Because now I feel free.
With
Requesting
a final
advanced
flash,
weaponry!
Joaquin's last memory of his hell was clipped away, concluding the session. Wake up! Come on, man, wake up! Bright snapped his fingers desperately, trying to wake his patient to no avail.
You've been asleep for hours. Wake up!
Joaquin slowly opened his eyes, then suddenly jumped out of the couch.
I slept.
For about 5 hours. I had to take the other patients to the next office. I hear you snoring.
Bright helped Joaquin to his feet and guided him to the door.
Take some days off. I'll let management know. When you get back, please come see me one last time. And then we'll talk about ending things.
Sure.
As Joaquin left the room, Bright closed the door and rushed to the couch.
All nines, are you okay?
999 morphed back into its original blob form and gurgled energetically.
Those weren't real dreams, were they? They were implanted there.
The blob gurgled and nodded nervously. It seemed that Bright had stumbled upon a greater game at play. What torturous wonders make up the human mind, and what things dwell in the darkness of dreams, he wondered. And this was just the beginning. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to click like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell. Have a favorite SCP you want to see on this channel? Leave us your suggestions in the comments down below. In the meantime, if you'd like to see more SCP content, then check out some of our other videos right here. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye-bye. The warehouse was a blasphemy of a surgical ward. Instead of life-saving equipment, rusty chains were caked in blood. Dull knives stood in for scalpels, and hospital gowns were replaced with crimson-hooded shrouds. The chant of the cultists in a foul tongue repeated themselves over and over again. A pregnant woman lay on a filthy operating table on top of a ritual circle drawn in blood. The cult leader stepped forward, his hand gripping a ceremonial dagger.
Oh my Crimson King, bless this vessel before you with your unholiness, and the seventh ender of worlds.
With both hands gripping the wicked dagger, he raised it in the air above him with absolute conviction, intent on bringing their demonic god to the human realm.
I offer myself up as tribute, oh my king!
Suddenly, the doors came crashing down as Agent Raven busted them wide open.
Stop! This is
He saw in front of him the profane scenery and was quickly taken over by rage.
You bunch of filthy bastards! I'll send you all to hell!
He couldn't think. Raven simply opened fire, for all that was in the room were evil and must be stopped.
Die!
Point me to the enemy.
Raven kept squeezing the trigger until the magazine ran empty and started clicking. It took him a moment to realize. Raven threw his rifle away, but his hands couldn't stop shaking. Then an ever so faint laughter was heard. Raven pulled out his sidearm and charged at the crazed zealot. He pushed the barrel firmly against his forehead.
What's so funny, huh? I should just end you right now.
Russian
You're
Walker!
too late, Foundation. You can't stop this. The ritual is complete. What are you saying?
Suddenly, an ear-piercing scream echoed through the room.
Behold, the seventh child of Scarlet King, the World Eater, the bringer of end times. No!
Raven rushed to the woman's side as she writhed on the table with excruciating agony. Conflicted, he wrestled with his inner turmoil. She's about to give birth to something terrible. Do I shoot her? Or do I save her? But how? Raven's head was about to burst, but it was too late anyway, for the ritual was completed. The seventh child of the Scarlet King, the World Eater, and the bringer of end times was born. Before them was a golden, slimy, translucent blob, almost like jelly even. It looked as menacing as a golden retriever. The newborn gurgled and slithered around, sniffing its surroundings like a curious puppy.
What?
Caught up with a daily life.
There! That's what you look like. Hi, I'm Bryson, and today
Today, we're gonna talk about how a fun childhood hobby slowly devolved into a hellish war of spiteful competition. How the shame and humiliation of losing festered inside me and drove me to do anything in my power to destroy my siblings. I'm talking, of course, about the Italiano Paisano himself, Mario. But before we delve into my villain arc, let's go back to a simpler time. Before we delve into my villain arc, let's go back to a simpler time, when I was taking my first baby steps into the world of video games. It was all so new to me. It felt like I was a cosmic pioneer exploring a different galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy, the game where you traverse the universe as everyone's favorite Italian plumber. If you haven't played this game yet, change that immediately. When I play this game now, it feels like that scene from Ratatouille. It enthralled me as a child with its constant stream of new and inventive platforming ideas. After watching Brody play Galaxy for a while, I decided to graduate from game watcher to game player. Move over, Brody. Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox. Immediately, the soundtrack in this game changed my brain chemistry forever. The people who made this music know what Joyous Whimsy sounds like. When I hear Gusty Garden Galaxy, it makes me believe that anything is possible. The room fades away, I float into the air, and I enter the world of the game. This was one of the first video games I ever played, so I had a lot to learn. Jumping between gravity-defying planets and walking upside down to... While getting used to it, I collected a few stars and then headed to the Loop-de-Loop Galaxy. And let me tell you, this level broke Little Bryson. In the level, you ride around a floating water race course on a stinger. But I wanted to get the high score. I wanted to go fast, so my thumb never let go of the acceleration button. And that meant I couldn't make sharp turns. I kept flying off the map and dying. And to make it worse, I had to use motion controls. I couldn't beat it no matter how hard I tried. I started crying and Brody had to help me beat the level. This will go down in history as mankind's second greatest defeat involving stingrays. But after that little hiccup, I was ready to take on the rest of the game and lose to Bowser. But Brody, being a seasoned veteran gamer, coached me on how to perfectly time my spin moves, and I used them to spin Bowser like a Beyblade.
So long, Bowser.
I was feeling pretty good about my newly acquired gaming skills. Beating Bowser as a child is a big deal, okay? At that age, what else do you have to be proud of? The drawings you made that Mom hung up on the fridge? Well, bad news. Mom will throw those crappy drawings away while you're not looking. But the achievement of defeating the king of the Koopas, that lasts forever. Then I arrived at the Rolling Green Galaxy. That sounds like a fun, easy, kid-friendly level. Not! The Stingray race broke me. This one shattered me. In the level, you bounce on a ball that has a star inside it and use motion controls to lead the ball through obstacles and past Koopas to reach the end and unlock the star. And I just couldn't do it. I kept falling off, which made me impatient, which made me go faster, which made me fall off more, and the cycle just continued. At 6 years old, I just did not have the coordination or fine motor skills to beat this thing. But I was determined. I didn't want to ask Brody for help again. I wanted to be a big boy gamer. I hunkered down and died over and over for an hour straight. But then finally, I got past the spot. I got past the spot where I usually fell. I was close to the end. I shakily crossed the bridge, and the flag came into view. My hands were shaking. The adrenaline was pumping. I could almost taste my victory. I launched over to the last island. I had made it. I tilted my Wiimote all the way forward, but... I literally tripped at the finish line. My confidence was shattered, and I had to go collect myself in the other room. But I would not let this fiery crucible break me. I would allow it to forge me into something stronger. I stepped back in and entered Ultra Instinct mode. And I finally beat it. And that's when I felt it. The gamer's high. All my dopamine receptors fired, and I jumped for joy.
This is the greatest day of my life!
I had emerged victorious and was ready to take on the universe, literally. I cruised through the rest of the galaxies. Nothing could hold me back. An icy hot galaxy where you skate around and fight a lava octopus? No problem. A haunted mansion galaxy where you save Luigi? Light work. A galaxy made of toys where you run across twisting platforms shaped like Mario? Child's play.
Light work, no reaction. Light work, no reaction. Light work, no reaction.
my nightmares had materialized. It was an even harder version of the previous one. Skipping ahead for 2 hours of pain and agony, and I finally beat it. Yahoo! I'm honestly convinced that this game widened my emotional range. It's like Newton's third law. The more suffering you experience, the more capacity you have for joy. And believe me when I tell you, those levels had me suffering. Then I saved Princess Peach or whatever. This game's revolutionary gravity mechanics, top-tier level design, and whimsical soundtrack earn it an easy 100 prize points. But we couldn't have the game that sent Mario to space without the game that sent Mario into a whole different dimension. Super Mario 64, an all-time classic. It paved the way for so many games to enter the third dimension. I'm still waiting for Super Mario 65 to come out though. I literally can't describe the pure primal fear little Bryson experienced when seeing that giant chain chomp for the first time. And don't even get me started on that Koopa the quick race. I hate this stupid turtle so much. I just couldn't beat him. But then, one day, Brody let me in on a little secret. He's gonna win the race again!
Isn't that little hole in the wall?
How is this supposed to...
You see that beam of light? Look up. Follow that coin trail going into the wall.
The sense of accomplishment and amazement at discovering these secrets for the first time was enough to form a core memory, even though I needed help to find them. It was a really nice change of pace to get help from Brody on finding secrets, because usually he pulled the classic move of giving me an unplugged controller and gaslighting me into thinking I was really playing. Am I really playing? Mario isn't listening to me, and this controller isn't even plugged in.
You're actually playing as that baby penguin.
Oh, cool! Back in my day, there were no video game tutorials on the internet. The only way I could learn what I needed was through rumors on the playground and hints from my brothers. So this information was very valuable. Then Brody taught me how to backwards long jump and travel at the speed of light.
Reinforcing!
Obviously this game is great, but me and my brothers usually played the remastered version on the DS. They added some mini-games that we would play together all the time. Some of my favorites were the Hidden Face game, the Bomb sorting one, and the one where you draw little trampolines for Mario to jump in. And I think it's absolutely insane that there are definitely people out there with gambling addictions that were caused by Luigi teaching them how to do it. But there was also a multiplayer game where you fight each other to get the most stars, and my brothers and I took it very seriously.
This got 3 stars! Brayden, Brenner, get him!
Stay back! I earned these!
Sneak attack!
Mom! Brayden stole my star!
No cap, it's giving little brother energy. Brayden obviously ate with that, and you're delulu. But if you think I'm gonna punish him for slaying, I gotta let him cook. Don't let your mentee bee get in the way of his duck. Just hope and take the L for real.
But the brotherly rivalry was just getting started. Let's turn up the heat and move on to the game that's been causing relationship-shattering screaming matches for decades. Mario Party, a family-friendly party game. This game introduced a whole new emotion to me, bloodlust. One thing you should know about this game is that when I win, it's because of pure skill. But when you win, it's because you got lucky and those stupid bonus stars don't even count. When creating a game, it's important to strike a good balance between skill and luck. And in a lot of people's opinions, Mario Party is too much of a luck-based game. It's still super fun at parties if you're not taking it too seriously, which is probably why they call it Mario Party. Unfortunately, my brothers and I have no chill, so for us it was more like Mario gladiatorial combat. Our sibling rivalry seemed to leak into every aspect of our lives, and video games were no exception. Even being player 1 was a big deal. If my Wiimote connected first, Brody would shoot his pants and disconnect all the controllers and resync them until he was player 1. We also played the DS version of Mario Party on family road trips, and I remember screaming my lungs out over losing minigames. Something about this game is just a recipe for white-hot rage and malice. I guess that's why it's good at parties, because you get to see everyone's true colors. And it's always so tense when Toad announces the final score. Okay, I've got 4 stars and 46 points. Everyone else only has 3, so I should come out on top. time to announce the bonus stars. The first star goes to the player that traveled the least amount of spaces. Brenner! Okay. I've still got more coins than him, so as long as he doesn't get the second one, I'll win. And the next star goes to the player that lost the most minigames. Brenner! I'll fucking kill you! In one game, I was doing very well for myself. I had several stars and a whopping 270 coins. But this was the Spaceland map. If the center platform gets stepped on 5 times, Bowser's spaceship shoots a giant laser across the board. And of course, I was right in the crosshair.
Hey! No! Stop! Just calm down! Don't do it!
Calling in a hell bomb! I started resorting to more drastic measures to try and beat my brothers. There's a mini game where you have to mash the A button as fast as you can, and I decided to tip the scales in my favor. I grabbed a massage gun and put it on max speed on my palm, which caused my fingers to vibrate insanely fast. Then I put my finger on the A button, and... As the second youngest, my older brothers were always so much better than me at everything. And honestly, so was Brenner. He was spat out the womb knowing how to use an iPad and was 360 no-scoping noobs while still in diapers. I wanted to win something for once. I just hadn't found the right game yet. Mario Kart. I don't consider myself to be a very competitive person, but as you've seen here today, video games are the exception, especially Mario Kart. Fortunately, my spirit of competition is well placed because I'm amazing at Mario Kart and you can't beat me. But I wasn't always this way. It all started, of course, with Mario Kart DS. My brothers and I would race each other for dominance, but I didn't understand the drift mechanic, so I would just kind of turn and throw bananas. And I could never beat my brothers. When they finally did show me how to drift, it took a lot of getting used to. You have to wiggle the D-pad back and forth in order to build up a charge that boosts you forward. And it was really hard for me to manage that while controlling the trajectory of my turns at such a young age. Clearly, I had much to learn. That being said, this was the first time that becoming better than my brothers at something didn't seem impossibly out of reach. I wanted to win at something for once, and I could feel the potential within myself. I wanted to be player one, so I hunkered down and continued my training arc. Wait, I'm first! I'm gonna win! Eventually, we graduated from Mario Kart DS to Mario Kart Wii. This was the one that I've played the least because, as we already established, I don't understand motion controls. Also, apparently using a bike is the only viable option because doing a wheelie is just free acceleration, so that's pretty dumb. It didn't help me develop my skills at all, but it definitely added some great tracks, and using the plastic Wiimote was real fun as a kid. Look, Mom, I'm driving!
He's never getting his license.
Then I entered a training grounds worthy of my potential, Mario Kart 7. They added kart customization, underwater sections, gliders, and a bunch of amazing courses. And a much better drifting system. This was definitely the best Mario Kart at the time. I learned the strategies, I learned the shortcuts, and I began to step into my power. I started to be a much bigger challenge for my brothers, and Brody and Brayden could feel the reign of terror slipping away as I won more and more.
The Egyptians believed the most significant thing you could do in your life was die.
As I studied, I even found a forbidden shortcut. On the Maka Woohoo course, if you use a mushroom to boost off the track at the right angle, you'll land in an out-of-bounds area that corresponds to a much later part of the map. So, when Lakitu saves you, he thinks you're further along than you really were, so he puts you there, allowing you to skip ahead of everyone else. The first time I pulled this trick on my brothers was hilarious.
Haha, eat my dust, losers.
Little did Brody know, history was about to change. But I was just getting started. I wanted more. Then finally came Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe. They added anti-gravity mechanics and a slew of amazing courses and karts. As the games got better, so did I. But it definitely took a while for me to get used to 200cc, where the carts go insanely fast. You actually have to use the brakes in order to turn sharp enough and not fly off the track. But after I mastered that, I became unstoppable.
Where will you strike?
Coordinates. Mission preparation aborted.
Rest of your people. They did not deserve to exist in this world. But a single triumph more. Prepare to join them. Prepare to die!
I had demolished Brody and Brayden so many times that I unlocked the final frontier of Mario Kart skill, a forbidden technique known as item smuggling. In the game, the strongest items are given to the people in the back of the race to even things out. Basically, you purposefully hang back in the race to cycle through the best items, and then use them to take shortcuts and sweep in at the last moment to steal a victory. This strategy is especially mean because if you succeed, someone is getting teased with the chance at a first place spot for the whole race, only for you to snatch it from them in the last second. I've done this countless times to family and friends to dunk on them, and I finally fulfilled my childhood dream of being better than my brothers at something. With my enemies defeated, my thirst for victory was finally quenched. Now, I know what you must be thinking. This guy must be pretty bad at everything else if the only thing he can brag about is being good at a children's video game. And to that I say, yeah, that's pretty true. Just let me have this, please. Mario was definitely a great part of growing up, and I'll always have fond memories of playing games with my brothers, and it's been nice to finally defeat them. Little brother's gotta take what we can get. And in all seriousness, it was very sweet of Brody to always help me find hidden secrets and beat levels that were too hard for me. And I'm very happy to have so many great memories gaming with the boys.
It's so unfair.
Skill issue. Stay mad, honestly.
Allied destroyer has left squadron.
Let's play a different game.
Allied destroyer has joined squadron. Engaging orbital thrusters.
Thanks for watching. This was a huge video, so I appreciate you watching all the way through. It was fun to reminisce about growing up playing Mario games with my brothers. Don't forget to subscribe, check out the merch, and the Patreon in the description. Thanks, as always, to my amazing team of animators, storyboarders, background artists, and editors. You all help bring my creative visions to life. And thanks again to you for watching. Comment down below what your favorite part of the video was, and what your favorite Mario game is. Okay, I'm gonna go take a nap, or eat food, or both! Ha! Bye!
Allied destroyer has joined squadron. Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized. Launch initiated.
You are trespassing. Please leave the area. This area is under video surveillance and you have been recorded.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there! Love that too.
Over the last couple of weeks, we have been checking out some of the illest and most legendary animation channels on all of YouTube. The odd ones out, Jaden Animations, but there is one more that you guys have been requesting. Animations! I've known about this guy for like 2 years now, or maybe it was even 3. I had written down that I wanted to look at this guy's videos literally years ago, and I just never did it. For some reason, I never did it. But I don't think there could possibly be a better time. You guys are literally asking for this. So here we are. We're about to crush it. Let's meet Hammond, a 21-year-old college dropout who tells silly little stories about his silly little life on his silly little YouTube channel. 21. Yeah, this guy started young. In fact, this guy started so young that he has a video called I Look Young. It's his most viewed video with 32 mil So this is the essential Haminations video, and then we will check out the next one right after. But let's get to know this guy. I'm very, very excited. Are you excited? Because I'm excited. Here we go, people. 3, 2, 1.
Haminations, wow!
Now some Zelda music right out of the gate.
1 glass of water, please.
Hey punk, this here bar is for adults only. You gotta be at least 18 years old to be in here. So hit the road.
Actually, I'm 20 years old, and here's my ID.
Nice try, little man. There ain't no way a small fry like you is 20. Now get out before I make you.
If you don't believe it, then die by my blade.
Whoa, you're gonna battle? Okay, first of all, 18. Is this dude Canadian? Is Haminations Canadian? Because he sounds North American, and 18 ain't no American age.
You gotta be at least 18 years old.
American YouTuber. Then why is it 18? Am I missing something? Anyways, it's not important.
Then die by my blade.
Alright, time for battle.
I'm the best blade master you'll ever see, pipsqueak. So prepare to die.
Get him! Get him, Haminations! Yes! Oh, he showed mercy. Oh no! Okay. That was unnecessary. All you needed to do was show your... Well, you did show your ID.
It was super necessary.
I guess he did refuse to serve you. Wow, this is intense and absolutely nothing like the last 2 channels I looked at.
Never die. Hi, I'm Bryson, and I look younger than I actually am. I'm 20 now, and I look like I'm 15. So whenever I tell someone my age, it goes like this. Why are you 20? You look and sound way younger. Stop lying.
Oh, get him. The repressed rage. Let it out, Bryson. Wow, this is so different. He's using Nintendo sound effects. I'm digging it. So here's the thing, Bryson. I know you're 22 right now, and you're probably still at an age where you don't want to look younger than you are, but I promise you, in 10 years, you will be so glad that you look younger than you are. You're an adult for most of your life, so looking young is such a good thing. You hate it when you're a kid, but when you're an adult for most of your life, oh, it's wonderful. I literally look younger now than I did 8 years ago. It's crazy. I mean, it partially is because I take insanely good care of myself, but also I kind of look young.
Kind of annoying being a late bloomer, but I've been told it'll work out later in life, so knock on wood.
Okay.
Yeah, I sound young, but you know who else sounds young? Mickey Mouse. And he's over 90 years old. And guess what? Everyone loves him. Hi, everyone. I'm Mickey Mouse. Got it?
That was really good. Can he do a good Mickey Mouse voice because he has such a high voice?
That might be the case, Robert. That might be why he's so good at doing the voice.
Mickey, I didn't think you would actually chime in.
Of course, Robert. You haven't found any good excuses to put me in your recent videos, so I have to find any opportunity that I can.
Okay, I guess this is your opportunity right now.
Oh yeah, I think that's why he's good at doing the voice.
Okay, that's all you had. Okay.
Some of you guys turn 12 and then boom, adult. I guess I'm just getting an adult mind first and then an adult body later, which I guess is a good thing. My brain may be smooth and dumb, but it's learning how to be an adult, but it's still smooth. Yeah, you know what? I've got a tiny body and a tiny brain. No silver lining here. This just sucks.
I don't know.
Yay!
Although I still look really young due to my chronic baby face, I actually have been growing these past few years.
Nice.
I'm actually decently tall now. Only my legs grew.
Where are you
my
at?
torso stayed tiny, but my legs got really long, which I think we can all find hilarious.
Decently
Hi, Bryson. What long legs you have? The better to kick you. Even though I'm a normal height, my face still looks like a 12-year-old. As I've been told by everyone ever. You look really young, tiny. You're small. You look young.
I know. I got it.
Whenever someone asks me my age, I try to prep them. Like, We are very late bloomers in my family. I look way younger than I actually am. Don't look your pants or anything. Just be cool, okay? I'm 20 years old. Really quick to transition, so I have to answer.
Don't want to drink when I don't got it. All right.
Man, you can tell this is his life. This has been his life for his whole life. Having to deal with people like this, so much repressed frustration. It's okay, dude. You've made so much success off of your pain. So I'm happy for you, buddy. I'm very, very proud.
Anyway, on to the stories. So there I was at a dance with some friends. It was a rare occasion for me to spot a wild bison outside of his natural habitat, the house. Anyway, a slow song comes on, and me and my friends walk.
Let's get out of here, guys.
Anyway, a slow song comes on, and me and my friends awkwardly ask some girls to dance.
Okay. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Is that true? Is this true? I totally thought they were about to split. Okay, good job, guys. Asking a girl to dance, especially, I mean, I guess if you know them, it's easier, but there was one time in high school where I had the craziest crush on this girl who was never in any of my classes, but we had never met before. We had no mutual friends. I don't even think she knew I existed, but she was at the semi-formal dance, and I waited and waited and waited. I mean, I danced the whole time, but I waited for a slow song, and then as soon as a slow song happened, I had like kept my eyes like slightly on her the whole time because I was like, as soon as a slow song happens, this girl, I need to approach her and I need to ask her to dance. I've had a crush on her for 2 years, and this is the one opportunity. This should honestly be its own video, but I'm gonna give you guys the quick version. But I asked that girl to dance, and we danced, and it was magical, and she became my girlfriend for like the next year. And we still keep in touch, and it's all because I awkwardly. So I'm proud of you, bro.
So we're there dancing. So,
Ready to liberate.
What color's your toothbrush? Mine's blue. And she asks, how old are you?
Oh, no.
I'm 18. This was 2 years ago, mind you. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not.
Painful.
So I shuffle us over to my friend. Travis, tell her I'm 18. She doesn't believe me. Yeah, he's not lying. He really is 18. No, he is.
Oh,
so
no.
we just awkwardly finished the dance and then never saw each other again. And that's why I hate women.
Oh my god. This guy's a savage. I was not expecting this level of savagery at all. Okay, but. Okay, so my dance story went way better than his. But that's crazy. So obviously this person didn't know who he was. So dude, big ups to you for approaching a girl that didn't know you. But man, that's the worst. When I was in grade 12, there was a time when they were having student council elections for the next year. So grades 9, 10, and 11 had to be in the gym, but grade 12s, it didn't matter. And I was walking outside the gym, and a teacher was like, hey, you should be in there. And I was like, no, I'm in grade 12. And she's like, you don't look like you're in grade 12. And I was like, what? Why would you? That's so rude. Why on earth would you say that? Like, I'm now going to be insecure for the rest of my high school career because you just said that. Thank you. So I understand your pain, bro. I understand your pain. Probably not to the degree that you have it, but I get it to an extent.
And that's why I hate him. And that's why I hate him. This other time, I was on a plane, and we were seated in the exit. And if you didn't know, you have to be a certain age to sit there, and you have to agree to open the plane and save everyone.
Yep.
If this plane crashed, I would be the one to save all of you. Thank you for your hypothetical service. Anyway, I was sitting there, and I had my ID ready, because I knew it was coming. Excuse me, sir, how old are you?
Old enough to be sitting. Here's my ID to prove it. I'm a super breed of human that ages slower and lives longer. Don't you ever question my power again. Now perish.
Is he really gonna eliminate another person?
To the front.
He just eliminated another
This next
person.
story requires a lot of context, but it's worth it, so here I go. 2 years ago, I was involved in a volunteer humanitarian youth group where we all raised money to travel to India, bring supplies and medical care, and teach children how to speak English.
That's nice.
You guys watching my videos is actually how I paid for it, so thanks for that.
That's oh my gosh, this guy's an angel. I've never done anything like that. Bryson just got some serious points. This is a good dude. I like that. Aside from eliminating all the people in your videos, that's a little savage. He's pretty savage, but also amazing. That's awesome. By the way, homies, real quick, make sure you check out the person who actually made these videos. He worked super hard. And also, when we do these videos here on the Robert IDK channel, they take a long time, especially these like 40-minute videos we've been doing. Cameron and I put in probably like 30 hours of editing per video on these long ones. So we would really appreciate it if you hit the like button on this video and left a nice comment. And if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, now's the time, homie. It would be really sweet if you joined us on this journey. We have a lot of fun. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Anyways, it was a formative experience for me, and I learned a lot from teaching and bonding with those kids in the new country, even though it was about 96 hours of travel time. It was all worth it for the kids. So here's the story. After a long day of teaching, I was sitting on the floor in the dinky hotel we were staying in my jammies after a bucket bath, just thinking about life, when suddenly an unfamiliar woman walked through the hallway and looked at me. Hello, little boy. How old are you? 7? What? And then she went and talked to everyone, but when she was done, she walked past my room again and said, Goodbye, 7. Yet another reason why I hate women. Apparently, she was a friend of one of our translators, and she was some kind of social media influencer. And a few days later, some of the other members of the group started talking about her. She was kind of rude. She was really egotistical. Left a bad taste in my mouth.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad that other people saw that. Really? Hi, how old are you, little boy? 7? You said, like, what? First of all, bro, I didn't ask you to talk to me. I didn't ask for you to speak to me. Like, leave. Like, just walking up and just disrespecting. Dude, the nerve of some people.
She was so networky. She only wanted to talk to me to get me to follow her on Facebook. I hated her from day one, so it felt really nice to have everyone else get on the same page and realize that she sucked. Bryson, I feel like the whole killing joke is going a little too far. Anytime someone disagrees with you, you just kill them. It has become repetitive and detrimentally unfunny. Please consider cutting
Oh no.
While we're on
oh my god. Yeah. This is a pretty stark difference between the Odd Ones Out and Jaden and Haminations. This is a significant difference. 2 of them tell stories about people from their life. Another one tells stories about people from their life and then eliminates them. But hey, at least he acknowledges the insanity of it.
While we're on the topic of India, here's a couple more stories. While teaching, a puppy showed up at the school, and even though we weren't allowed to pet all the dogs there, I broke the rules to hold the puppy because look at him, he's so cute.
Few more thoughts out of commission.
But then the puppy totally imprinted on me, followed me around everywhere, and fell asleep in my bed. During playtime, one of the children grabbed my arm and started jumping up and down, and then suddenly all of them started doing that, and I literally got mobbed and dogpiled by them.
Walkie slash.
Threw everywhere there, and I grabbed some and fed it to a cow. Just thought I should share. The next day, the cow found the whole bush and ate the whole thing.